Stranger Things characters using this tier chart. I've never done this before. I mean, I've ranked the characters before, but without filming it, obviously. So this is the first time I'm filming, just like where I'm putting everyone. There's about 100 characters here, which I didn't make this tier list. I don't know who made it, but thanks to whoever made this tier list because I'm way too lazy to gather my own characters. But I am not lazy enough to rank them. Also, I've never like really used my voice in a video before, maybe like once or twice. So this is one of the first times, and I'm sorry if it's awful. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I hope you can bear with it. Okay, so the first character here is Jason. Now, I really don't like Jason. I understand that some people do like him, which I don't really understand, to be honest. I'm not judging you if you like Jason. Okay, actually, I'm kind of judging you a little bit. But that's okay, because that's your opinion, not mine. But personally, Jason is not the best character for me. So I'm going to put him in bad. I just don't like Jason. Like, he was really annoying in season 4, and this is kind of like wrong to say, but I was kind of glad that he got, you know, snapped in half. Yeah, I just don't like him. Okay, next is Miss Kelly. We didn't see a lot of her. I have no idea if she's coming back. That would honestly be kind of cool, just because, like, how many characters that are in one season do they bring back for multiple seasons? I don't know. Not a lot. But I'm going to put her in okay, because we didn't have a lot of time with her, so it's really hard to, like, put her anything above okay, but like I can't really put her in bad or mid just because like she's okay. Next is this like agent, I think. I forgot her name. If you guys remember, please tell me because I am awful with side characters. I do not like her. She was very annoying in season 4, obviously. Next is Larry, and he is also bad. If you watched season 3, obviously, you would know what kind of person Larry was. I just really, really didn't like him, and he was just awful. Next is Robin. Robin is such a great character. I don't know if I would put her in God tier, just because she's not like a first day character. But I really, really do like her, and I think she's a great character, and I can't wait to see more of her in season 5. She like had some of the best lines in season 3 and 4, and I don't know why, but that one line in season 4, spoilers if you guys haven't seen it, but I really hope everyone has seen season 4 by now. Like when they were talking about Vecna and like what are they gonna call him now, and everyone was saying like, oh, we're calling him Vecna, or we're calling him Henry, or One, obviously, and Robin's like, Vecna/Henry/1. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but that's one of my favorite lines of hers, and yeah. So, overall, Robin's just a great character. Next is Tina. I can't really put Tina in bad or okay, because she's kind of just like a meh character, so I'm putting her in mid. Next is Heather. Same kind of thing. She's mid. I mean, she's either okay or mid. I don't really know. I'm putting her in I'll put Heather in okay. Heather's okay. Next is, I have no idea what his name is. One of the guys in Angela's stupid little group. I don't like him. He's a bad character. And it's not that like he's a bad character, because like he's unlikable and that's what his character is supposed to be like, but it's just I don't like him. By the way, I'm not like ranking these as like if they're good characters or not, if I personally like them or not. Next is Susie. Honestly, I don't really know where to put Susie. I mean, she's obviously not bad. She's not mid either. I guess she's okay. I kind of just wish we would see more of her. Like, it would be awesome if somehow, like, she went to Hawkins and saw the crew and actually had on-screen interactions with Dustin, I think that would be really nice. But for now, I'm just gonna put her in okay. I'll put her at the front of okay. Next is Holly. Same kind of thing. I like Holly, actually. She's really cute, but I wish she just had a little bit more screen time. I really hope season 5 will bring some more screen time for her. Just because it seems like there's something going on with the Wheeler family, which I have no idea what that is. But anyways, I'm gonna put her actually in front of Susie. I kind of like her a little bit more than I like Susie. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know why I like Holly. I just think she's cute and she's just the underrated little Wheeler sister. So I think she needs more screen time. Next is Hopper. Don't get me wrong, I love Hopper, but I don't know. Like I used to like him a lot more, I think. And I was ranking him in like my top 8 characters, and I think I'm still putting him there, but I just feel like okay, I don't even know where I'm going with this. He's a great character. I'll just leave him there. Next is I think this is Brenda, like Steve's date or something. Again, she's mid because we don't really know anything about her. She had literally like 2 scenes. That's all I'm gonna say. Next is Vecna. Okay, don't get me wrong. Vecna's like a really good, terrifying villain, and he is definitely the scariest villain of the whole show. But do I like him? No. I don't like him as like I don't like him in general. I like him as like a villain because he's a scary villain. But if I had to, I would. He's not a good character. I mean, ugh, this is hard because I don't want to like lump him in with the bad characters exactly. But he's not a good character. If you think about it, like I don't like Vecna. It's just kind of the memes that I like about him, honestly. So yeah, but he is the main villain of the show. So yeah, I'm just putting him there. Next is Grigory. Same. Well, yeah, I don't like him. I don't think I need to explain anything for this. Um, I don't like him. Next is Brenner. I really, 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 really dislike Brenner. I've never liked him in the first place, and I don't get people who did or whoever would. So I'm putting him. I'm gonna put him right there before Jason. Honestly, uh, Jason can go at the back, and then I'm gonna put. I don't like him there. Let's see who else is going up top. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. Okay, next is Max's mom, Susan. I am going to put her in okay because again, we have a few scenes with her, and she seems like a caring mom, opposite of Neil. But we don't know that much about her, so I can't rank her higher than okay. Next is James. James is, well, I don't like James, but I like him a little bit more than Troy. But he's still not like I still don't like him, so I'm putting him in bad. Next is the Demogorgon. Now, this is kind of a weird one because like obviously the Demogorgon isn't god tier or a great character, but it's not the worst villain out there. I think it's a little bit better than Vecna. So I think I'm gonna put it, and this is kind of weird. I'm gonna put it in mid because it's just the Demogorgon. It was the first like real monster we saw of the show. So yeah, next is Alice Creel. Again, we don't really know anything about Alice. I guess she's kind of cute. I'm gonna put her. She's either in okay or mid. I don't really know where to put her. I'm gonna say okay for now. Next is Tommy. H. I really dislike Tommy. So I'm gonna put him above. I don't even know, behind Vecna. Tommy was just such a mean person, and I really just didn't like him. I'm glad he hasn't come back for more seasons after season 1, although it would be kind of weird to see him reunite with like Steve and stuff, but we'll see. Next is Chrissy. I actually like Chrissy. Chrissy is like, she was kind of a cool character. Yeah, we didn't see much of her, and maybe she's a little bit overrated by the fandom, but I honestly thought like first time when I was first time watching the show, I thought she was going to be like that popular prissy cheerleader that like has all the boys falling over her, but it turns out she was actually like pretty sweet. She's not great enough to be considered in um this section with Hopper and Robin, but she's an okay character. I'm gonna put her right behind Susie. Just because, yeah, she was an interesting character and she's pretty cute. Like her little cheer outfit was kind of cute. Victor Creel. Now, Victor kind of freaks me out. I mean, like, look at that face. I think I'm going to put him in mid. I mean, it is kind of weird that I'm putting his daughter in okay while he's just in mid, but he kind of freaks me out. He's not a bad character. He's just eh. Next is Connie. Connie was that, like, psychotic, um, like agent in season 1. I really don't like her. I'm putting her over here. I just thought she was really annoying and I hated that she killed poor Benny. That was just so uncalled for. Next is Fred. Fred is kind of the same situation as like the characters in OK. Like we don't know that much about him. We know he has trauma. He suffered like Chrissy did, and he got Vecna'd, obviously. And he was kind of snarky, honestly, when he was like talking with Nancy. I thought he was giving her a bit of attitude, which was honestly kind of funny. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put Fred in OK. I just I don't really know what to think about Fred. He's kind of a weird character, but he's just okay. Next is Stacy. I am not happy with her. I do not like Stacy. She was so annoying in season 1 or season 2 and 3 when she obviously like rejected Dustin at the snowball. Who does that? I think the entire fandom hated her after that. Next is Virginia. This is Victor Creel's wife. Um, I think she's okay. I think I would put her either in mid as well. I think I'll put her in okay next to her daughter. Once again, we like didn't really see that much with her, so I don't really know like what to say. I do feel kind of bad about like what happened to her family, but Next is Barb. Okay, so this is kind of a funny one because Barb was like that character that was in like one episode or two. I can't even remember. It's been forever since I've seen season 1 completely. But she's that one character that has like become a meme, that justice for Barb meme. Um, she wasn't a terrible character. I wouldn't say she's like god tier, obviously. I think she's okay. I'm gonna put her right behind Chrissy or Susan. I don't know. Okay. Right behind Susan. Next is 11. Okay, don't get me wrong. 11 is a cool character, and like I get why a lot of people like her, but she's never been one of my favorites. I don't know why. I just like she never stood out to me as much as the others did, as some of the others. So I'm still gonna put her as a great character, but she's just never been one of my favorites. Like, yeah, the show would be extremely different without her because obviously she's like the superhero and stuff. But I don't know. I've just never felt that connected with her. Next is like the spider monster from the hospital. This thing is creepy. I'm putting this thing in bad because it did kill Billy. It almost killed Elle, and it killed a lot of people actually. This is kind of like the mind flare, right? It's just another form of the mind flare. So I don't even know what to call it, but I don't like it. That's all I can say. Next is Dottie. Dottie was part of Collie's like gang in season 2. She's mid. I don't honestly. I mean, no one. I don't think anyone likes that episode. But if you do, that's cool. I'm not. I'm not discriminating you. But I personally didn't love the episode. Like it wasn't completely awful. I don't know. The characters weren't terrible. I don't know why I don't like it. I don't know. So I'm putting her as mid. Cornelius is Susie's little brother. He's super weird. He's kind of funny though, and I thought he was just kind of funny. So for that reason, I'm gonna put him in okay. I'm gonna put him. Uh, I'm gonna put him in front of behind Barb. He's just an okay character. Next is Lucas. Okay, so in season one, Lucas wasn't one of my strong characters just because I thought he was kind of like, I don't know. He was just like kind of rude in season one. But obviously, he changed over the seasons, and now he's one of the best characters in my opinion. He's still not god tier. I am gonna put him in great though, and I'm sorry to say that I would rank him higher than 11, but I honestly do like Lucas a lot now. Like, I don't know what happened. Even in season two, you kind of started seeing him change a little bit, and by season four, he's just completely almost the exact opposite of what he was like in season one, and I think that's an amazing development. Next is actually his father, Charles. So we don't really know too much about Charles. He's had some screen time, just a little bit, but not enough to really say like, oh my gosh, best dad ever. Because let's be honest, no one really has the best dad ever except for probably Hopper. Um, so I'm gonna put him at okay. I'm gonna put him before. I'll put him right here because he is a father nonetheless, but we just don't know that much about him. Next is Enzo. Okay. Um Same kind of situation. Enzo's okay. I think like he did have some funny lines and I did like his character, but again, there's just not enough screen time for these people. I honestly kind of wish we would see him again in season 5, but I don't know if we're going to because I think the main focus in season 5 is Hawkins. I don't think they're gonna do anything with Russia. Um, so we probably won't see Enzo, but it would honestly be kind of cool to see him again. Okay, next is Eddie. Guys, don't hate me. I don't like Eddie like the fandom does. I mean, I like him, sort of. I like him as a character. I think like he just got ruined kind of because he got way too popular way too soon, and that kind of just ruined him as a character for me. I still like him, don't get me wrong, and like the stuff he says is iconic a little bit, but I never really felt that like connected to him as others felt, and I'm probably going to get like a lot of hate for this, but I'm going to put him in okay. I'll put him just behind Chrissy. Next is Karen. Karen is kind of a hard character to rank because she's not god tier. She's not great, but she's not anything below okay. So I have to put her in okay. She is like a good mom, or she tries to be. I wish she had honestly more screen time, and I think my desires are gonna come true in season 5 because I think she's gonna have more screen time. So I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, she's just okay. Next is one the other girl in Angela's like little stupid group. I don't even know her name, so that automatically means she's not a good character. I'm putting her in the same group as this guy. I don't even know. Like they had issues. Okay, next is that like kind of mean or whatever, that teacher we saw for like 5 seconds in season 4. When she was telling Elle that she was disappointed and like, let's talk after class. I can't really say anything about her character because we don't know her. So I'm just gonna put her in mid because she's literally just there. Next is Dr. Sam Owens. Um, this is kind of a hard character to rank as well because he's not like great, but he's not okay. He would if like there was a good ranking, I would put him there. I guess for now, I'll put him at the top of okay because he really did try to be there for like the buyers and L and stuff, and he did do his best. But I feel like there's just something missing from his character, and I'm wondering if he'll be returning in season 5. Um, Next is I think this is Jake, Angela's boyfriend. I don't like him. He was very annoying. Um, and yeah, he was just very rude. Next is Carol from season 1. Carol is not a great character either. I just don't like her. Um, I don't like how she treated Nancy. I don't like how she treated Barb. Even how she treated Steve a little bit. I thought it was just kind of wrong. Next is Bruce. Bruce is awful. I'm just going to say it right now. All three of these characters are right next to each other. Bruce, Tom, and Neil are like the worst, some of the worst adults on the show. They're just so belittling and they're just so annoying and they're so mean and they don't deserve any love or affection. And I feel really bad for Billy, honestly, because Neil is just the worst. And Susan. I don't understand why she got with Neil. I'm really glad they weren't together in season 4, even though it was like really hard for her. And I'm just glad that like Max doesn't have to deal with Neil anymore because he was just not good. Doris Driscoll, the old lady that was eating fertilizer. Y'all remember her? She is okay. I can't really put her any anywhere else than okay. Yuri, again, like he's an okay character. I honestly thought he was kind of funny. Um, just because, like, I don't know. I just thought he was a little bit funny. He was almost kind of a comic relief. I know some people probably found him annoying and probably hated him, but I didn't love him, trust me. But I didn't despise him at all. I thought he was just a little bit funny. Ted. Oh, jeez. Ted, honestly, gets too much hate. I mean, I'm not saying I like him. That is far from the truth. But he's not the worst character in the show. I mean, Brenner is right here. I'm putting him at the top of mid. He's just like he's just not a great father, honestly. He's just not. I wish he would be there for his children. All he wants to do is eat his chicken, and that's about it. And he just sleeps and sits on his lazy boy. So he's kind of funny, just a little bit. Like the lines he has are kind of funny. And what is his deal with Dustin? Like, why does he not like him? I don't really get that. But yeah, that's all I can really say about Ted. Next is Bob. I honestly really liked Bob, and I was really sad when he died. I thought he and Joyce were pretty cute together, even though obviously like Jopper is unbeatable. I did like Bob a lot though. And he was just like one of the like really nice characters, which is kind of rare in this show. And I was just kind of heartbroken when he died because obviously Joyce loved him, he cared about her, and he cared about her kids, and he just like cared about almost everyone. And it was really bittersweet to see him go, but you know, all things come to an end. So, Bob, I'll miss you. Next is Will. Oh my gosh, guys. Will is such a great character, and I know that's like pretty biased of me to say. And like, of course, I would say Will's the best character because he's like the main character. But I truly mean it. Will has always been one of my favorites, and I've just like been loving him a lot more recently. Okay, that sounds a little bit weird, but you know what I mean. He's one of the best characters, and I honestly, would I be biased to put him in God tier? You know what? I don't even care. I'm just going to put him in God tier because Will's just, he's just a great character. Do I even need to explain? I kind of relate to him. Like, you know, we're both kind of awkward, shy, quiet. We like art, and we kind of keep to ourselves, and we we both cry a lot. And that's one of the reasons I love Will, because I relate to him so much. But yeah. Moving on is Angela. Angela is like one of the worst people in the show. She's almost like Stacy. She's almost as bad as Stacy, if not more. She is more. She's worse than Stacy. Because she was straight up bullying Elle, obviously, and like flirting with Mike right in front of her. And, you know, I'm just so glad she honestly didn't like do anything to Will, at least not that we saw on screen, but she is so annoying. Next is Dart. Honestly, Dart was kind of cute, like when he was first introduced, but as he grew up, you know, he started getting a little bit more scary, you know, demodog like. So I can't put him in bad because The relationship he had with Dustin was honestly kind of cute. And he did eat Muse, which I'm really upset about because, like, hello, it's a cat. But I can't put Dart any lower than mid or any higher. So I'm putting him in mid. He was a little bit cute when he was kind of a baby, and I liked the fact that he liked Three Musketeers, nougat, and stuff. I thought it was kind of sweet, but yeah, he's just a demodog. Next is Eden. Once again, we don't see enough of her character. I think I'm gonna put her. I kind of like her a little bit more than Eddie, and I don't know if I should actually say that. I'm gonna put her right here. She's like kind of the emo girl, I guess, and I guess I see why Argyle kind of had something for her. She's pretty cool. Next is Lonnie. Oh my god, this is like definitely the worst father in the show. Even worse than Neil. Come on. Who calls their kids slurs? Or their kid, I guess. I don't know if he actually said, he probably didn't say that stuff to Jonathan, but like, we all know how he treated Will. And Will doesn't deserve that. And neither does Joyce, and neither does Jonathan. It would be weird to see him come back, and I kind of want that. As much as I hate him, it would be weird to see him come back. Next is Patrick. Um, Patrick's literally just okay because we had what, like 3 scenes with him. He was one of Vecna's victims, which I feel bad about. Um, you know what? I'm gonna put him right there. Okay. Yeah, I feel bad that he got Vecna'd. Next is Keith. Oh my gosh. Keith is such a weird character. He's like the weirdest character in the show. I don't know what to say about Keith, except that I guess he's mid. I don't know. I don't even know where to put Keith. He's just like, he's such a weird character. He's kind of rude, but that makes him kind of funny, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, I don't even know. He's a weirdo. Anyways, next is Jonathan. Okay, so Jonathan is not a very loved character by the fandom. I honestly like Jonathan. Like, I like him a lot. And I probably like him more than I should, which is why I'm going to put him in great just behind Lucas. Right before 11, I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. I just like Jonathan. Like, yeah, he was kind of creepy in season 1 because, like, why was he spying on Nancy and taking pictures of her when she was, like halfway naked? I don't know. He was kind of weird, but, like, he's such a good brother. And that, like, really wins him over for me. That's the main reason I love him so much. You can hate me if you want, but it's just the truth. Next is Terry. This is Eleven's mom. I feel really bad for her. Like, she doesn't deserve what happened to her, and 11 doesn't deserve that. But obviously, like, we can't do anything about it except feel bad. I'm gonna put her in okay. She's just an okay character because, like, we didn't get a lot from her, and I don't know. It's just, like, really hard to put her anywhere else. Because she's not a terrible character. She's just okay. Next is Collie. I don't really like Collie. I'm gonna put her in the same category as Dottie. I think that whole storyline was pretty weird, and like, she's not the worst character in the show, obviously, but I didn't really like her that much. Next is one of the guys from Hellfire Club. I don't even know his name, so I have to put him in mid as well because, like, who even is he? I don't really know. Next is Mr. Clark. Oh my gosh, I actually really like Mr. Clark. I don't know if he's in the great character category, but I think I'm gonna put him right behind Bob, just because Mr. Clark was like just a really good teacher to the kids, and I thought he was kind of funny, and he was super nice, which is like rare for adults to be nice in this show. But I really liked him. Next is Funshine. Once again, he is part of Collie's gang, so I don't really care that much about him. I'm gonna put him in mid. Um, yeah, he's just one of Collie's gang. Next is Gareth. Gareth was like really weird. Oh my gosh. He's not mid. He's just okay. A lot of these characters seem to just be okay. I'll put him behind Eden, or behind Eden. He was kind of funny, honestly. He was really weird too. Uh Now we have Lucas's mom, Sue, and she is an okay character. Um she just like is Lucas's mom, obviously, Erica's mom, and she had a few scenes, and that's really all I can say about her. Although I will say I do like how um Lucas's parents, the way they scold Erica, the way they just say her name, I think it's kind of funny. Like they did it a couple times in the show, and that's just, I don't know, probably their best lines for both of them. Next we have, you can barely see him, but it's like the the colonel or something, or it's like one of the, I don't even know who it is. I can't even like see his face. It's that one guy in season 4, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna put him in mid because I literally can't even identify him, and I have no idea who it is. So, but I know he just had a little bit of screen time in season 4, and I can't put him in bad because, he wasn't that terrible of a character, but he's not any better than mid. Next is, this is Sarah's mom. This is Hopper's ex-wife. I can't even remember her name. Is it like Diane or something? If one of you guys remember, please tell me. I'm gonna put her in mid as well, just because we saw her in like 2 scenes, and we don't really know anything about her besides the fact that she's Hopper's ex-wife and she had a daughter that had cancer. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about her. Next is Officer Powell. Honestly, he's kind of funny. He's not a great character. But he is not a bad one either. He's just like, he's kind of a funny police. I don't know. He tries to do his job, but he just like isn't the best at it. Next is Unknown Hero Agent Man, whatever his real name was. Um, Once he was okay. We I thought he was kind of annoying at first, but watching him, like, try to protect Jonathan, Mike, and Will, like it was kind of nice, just because obviously like that's his job, I guess. But he took the hit for them, and he died just to save them, which was, a like Argyle said, a hero, act of bravery. So yeah. Next is one of the other guys in the Hellfire Club. I don't know like any of their names, so this is really awkward. I'm gonna put him in mid, I think, just because, you know, we didn't know that much about him. Next is Murray. I don't want to put Murray in great. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. I'm putting him in great because he's a funny character. I actually really like Murray, and he's a great character, and he's the ultimate love doctor. I mean, he got Jopper together, he got Jancy together. Who is he gonna get together next? Like, I don't know. Who knows if he will get anyone together next? I don't know. We'll find out. But he's honestly a great character, and I like him, so I'm keep putting him in great. Um, there's not much to say about him. Yeah, bald eagle. Next is Benny. Benny was a very kind character. He had a very limited amount of screen time, but I did like him. And yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where to put him. It feels wrong to put him be in front of Eddie. So I'll put him right. Oh my goodness, right here. Yeah, he seemed really nice, and it was kind of sad that he got shot. Like, why can't we have nice things? I don't know. That's all I can say. Next is Alexei. So Alexei was like the Eddie Munson of season 3. I'm not even kidding. He was a little bit um overrated, if I can say it. I know, like, I think the fandom has moved on from Alexei now because they have Eddie, but like, let's be honest with ourselves. They're like the exact same character when it comes to the fandom. They were both just like way too popular, way too fast for someone that lasted one season. And all of you guys saying Eddie's coming back in season 5, like, please stop. I mean, we might see him in like a flashback or something, but please just stop. Like, it would honestly, I'm not even gonna go there. Alexei. Alexei is an okay character for me. I know he was like kind of cute in a way just because he just wanted a cherry slurpee and he spoke Russian and you couldn't understand him and he just wanted American freedom. But he's just overrated. That's why he's just an okay character to me because he didn't stand out like he did to probably a majority of the fandom. Next is Mike. You guys might hate me for this because this is another like kind of bad character. Considered by a majority of the fandom, which I really don't understand. He's a really misunderstood teenager and he's just a kid. He doesn't know any better. And yes, he was kind of an asshole in season 3 and 4, but you got to put yourself in his shoes. Like, come on. So, he's not a great character. I really miss him in season 1 and 2, but I'm excited to see what he has in season 5 for us because I feel like he's going to get a good redemption arc, and I really hope they can kind of bring back his old self because, a lot of the fandom really misses him and they liked him a lot better that way. And I still really like him. I wish he would, you know. I don't even know where to put him. I'm going to put him right behind Robin. Yeah. He's not quite God tier. He's not quite at the top of great, but I'm really giving him a chance, and I've never disliked him like the fandom does. I dislike him a little bit just because he's kind of rude, but I don't hate him. I'm really clinging on to a hope of a character development for him. So we'll see. Next is Erica. Erica is another great character. And I think she's just really funny. And I love her. She's Lucas's sassy little sister. Everyone knows who Erica is. And she honestly makes the show a lot better. Like, she just kind of adds to that sass. And without her, I don't think the show would have as much of that. Plus, you can't spell America without Erica, okay? Like, everyone knows this. So, this is Queen Erica. I don't even care. Next is the Mind Flare. The actual Mind Flare this time. And I don't like the Mind Flare, honestly. It's not a good, well, it's good because it's a villain that no one is supposed to like and nobody likes. But that's what makes it a good character. Or him, I guess. Is it a him? I don't know. I can't remember what they were calling it. I guess it's a him. Next is Nancy. I might get more hate for this again because for some reason people have something against the Wheeler siblings. I'm putting her. She's a god tier character. You're probably gonna be like, what? You're putting Robin under Nancy. You're putting Nancy before Robin. Hear me out. I love both of them. Okay. Nancy is my third favorite character. I don't know why. I've just always, well, I think always, considered her like in my top 5, and I've placed her as my third favorite. ultimately for no reason. I mean, there's a lot of reasons behind it, but there's also no reason at the same time. She's just really pretty, and she's a badass, and she's really good with guns, which makes her a badass. And I just really like her. And I don't get why people hate her so much. Both of them. I don't get why they both get so much hate. These two right here. Um but yeah, I just like her. Next is Wayne. This is Eddie's uncle. We didn't know much about Wayne, so I can't really put him anywhere besides okay. Um, I'm gonna put him right behind Eddie. Yeah, he was just okay. I do feel really bad for him because it seems like Eddie was like the only family he had left, or at least I think so. That was all that was mentioned, at least. So I feel really bad now that he knows that Eddie's dead. And that whole scene with Wayne talking to Dustin was kind of heartbreaking. Because, you know, when you see an adult cry, it's kind of sad, especially like an old man. So I do feel bad for him. But I can't really put him anywhere besides okay, just because, you know, he was only shown a couple times. Next is, I think his name is Andy, one of the other characters in like the basketball team. I think he's just mid. I honestly, I don't even know. Like, he was just an okay character. He didn't really stand out to me, and I can't really say much about him. So that's all I'm gonna say. Next is number 10, I think. He is mid because actually I'm gonna put him, yeah, mid or okay. Mid or okay. I'm gonna put him in mid for now. We didn't like really learn too much about him that I can't recall. Um and he was just a lab number, and it is kind of sad that all those kids were trapped at the lab, but a lot of them were actually kind of mean. Well, at least to 11, at least the older ones, which I don't know if that includes 10, but it might. I don't even know. So I'm just putting him in mid because I have no idea where else to put him or what else to say about him. Next is Dustin. Guys, you know me. Dustin is my favorite, and I love him way too much, and my screen is frozen. I can't even move. There. He's my favorite. I'm putting him here. This is how the ranking goes. There. I don't know why I love Dustin so much. I mean, everyone likes him, but he's just like always been one of my favorites. And back in like 2019, when I first started watching the show, when I couldn't pick a favorite character, he was always one of my favorites. And then I decided, you know what? I think he is my favorite. He's just that character that everyone likes, and if you don't like him, you're wrong. That you can't do that because it's illegal. So you gotta like Dustin to be my friend, and you know if he's your favorite character too, hit me up and we'll talk. I don't know. There's a lot to say about him, but I'm not gonna say all that because that would take like 25 minutes. So I'm just gonna leave him in the god tier area, and yeah, I just love him. Okay. Next is Billy. Guys, stop lying to yourselves. Billy is a bad character. He is just not a good character, okay? He's just not. He's just a really bad character, and he was literally racist. He was literally trying to kill Lucas. He was a little bit abusive to Max. Maybe he did care about her, but like, come on. He was so bad at showing it. I don't like Billy at all. I mean, like he did kind of redeem himself just a little bit by sacrificing himself to like save Elle, but that doesn't make him a good character. He is still a bad character through and through, and that will never change. Next is Sarah. Sarah is cute. She's mid though because we had no scenes with her, just flashbacks. I feel really bad for Hopper. Like that must have been awful to see his daughter going through cancer. But that's all I can really say about Sarah. She is really cute, and I kind of wished there was more scenes with her, flashbacks a little bit, just because, learn more about Hopper's past. But yeah, poor Sarah. Next is Steve. So, Steve is a great character. He's not my favorite, but he's a really good one. I'm gonna put him just behind Mike. He's not quite God tier, and you guys might be like, "What is wrong with you? Like, you were putting the okay characters in great, and then you're putting like, well, the God tier characters in God tier, but you're putting Steve in great and not God tier. Yes, you guys are lucky. I'm not putting him in okay. I'm just kidding. He's a great character, and I do love him a lot. I'm just saying he's not personally my favorite, and I'm totally not biased because he is like in my top 5 as well. But I'm just gonna leave him as great because he is a really funny character, and he had the best character arc. Don't get me wrong, he did have the best development, and I would be absolutely crushed if he died, but he's not my favorite character, and he's never been. Next is Axel, another one of Kali's like gang members. He's okay. I'm not putting him anywhere besides mid with the rest of her gang, just because, you know, like I'm just not. I don't know. I'm sorry. Next is Vicky. Vicky's a good character. I like Vicky. I hope we see more of her in season 5, and I honestly think we will. Um, just because, like, I mean, she's in the cast now, so I hope we're getting more of her. Um, so yeah, maybe Robin will get a girlfriend. Maybe Vicky will be Robin's girlfriend. Rocky. Rocky will be real. Mark my words. Next is Argyle. Okay. Honestly, Argyle seems kind of mixed with the fandom. Some people like him, some people don't like him. I really like Argyle. Argyle was really funny, and I'm crushed because apparently he's not going to be back in season 5, which I don't understand why they would get rid of him. But I don't know. I really liked Argyle. He was really funny, and I thought it was funny that he was stoned the entire season with Jonathan. Like, it was just such a fun dynamic, and I really wish we could have more of it, but I just enjoy the time that we had. Try before you deny. Next is Troy. Troy is a bad character. I don't like Troy. Troy is, like, obviously worse than James, but, like, Troy was such a bully. I can't believe he tried to cut Dustin's teeth out. Like, who does that? And he made Mike jump off the cliff. Who does that? And he was calling Will slurs. Who does that? He was just such a school bully. And as much as I don't like him, it's like the same situation with Lonnie. It would be cool to like see him come back. As much as I would hate to see his face again, it would be interesting to see like where he is now. Next is Claudia. This is Dustin's mother. I know she like doesn't have a lot of scenes, but I honestly like her. She's kind of cool. I like her, honestly. I'm going to put her right behind Argyle. She obviously just loves her son so much, and she seems so sweet, and she's just trying to make sure he's okay, and she loves her cat. I love how like she had Muse, and then once Muse was dead, she got a new cat, Tews, and she's obviously a cat lady, and I think she's kind of awesome. Next is Cynthia. Cynthia's not a good character, just because she's Lonnie's girlfriend, or whatever she was. So that automatically means that she's not a good character. And the way she kind of treated Jonathan when he came looking for Will at Lonnie's house, she was kind of just shitty. So yeah, I don't like her. Next is Joyce. Love of my life. She's the best mother ever. I'm putting her right behind Will. She cares so much about her children, and She cares so much about Hopper. She cared so much about Bob. She cares about Elle. She cares about like everyone. And she's a little bit psycho. Honestly, she's a little bit crazy. But can you blame her? Like, I think I would be crazy too if I lived in Hawkins and I knew my son went missing in another dimension and I could communicate to him through lights. And this is just a great character. So you can't not like Joyce. If you don't like Joyce, there's something wrong with you. And it feels weird to be putting her above Hopper like this, but I honestly like her more than him. As much as I love Hopper, I've always liked Joyce more. I don't know what it is. She's just the ultimate mom. She is. I'm sorry, Karen. Next is Becky. Becky is Eleven's aunt, Terry's sister. She's an okay character. We only saw her a couple times. I think she's just okay. Because, like, you know, she doesn't have that many scenes, but she did seem to care about her sister, and she did seem to care about Elle. And that's about it. That's all I can say. Next is 2. I don't like 2. He's not really that great. I'm going to put him in mid, actually. He was really mean to 11 at the lab, and I don't know. He just liked to bully her, and that was just really wrong. So I'm putting him at the bottom of mid. Next is Tammy Thompson. So she's kind of, she had like one scene. I'm going to put her in okay just because, like she had one scene. I guess I see why Robin had a crush on her in the past because she's really pretty. And I think that's kind of what got her, her attention. That's kind of what got Robin's attention for Tammy, I guess. But, her voice doesn't sound that bad. Like when she was singing in season 4, it was okay. And that's it. That's all I can say about her. Max. Max, 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 wake up. I need you. Max is my second favorite character. This is how the order goes, honestly. Well, Will's not my 4th favorite character, but maybe he is now. So my top 3 goes Dustin, Max, and then Nancy. I don't know why I love Max so much. I mean, I probably do know why, but there's plenty of reasons. She's just an amazing character. She's just like me. She's sassy. She's sarcastic. She hides her real emotions with aggressive sarcasm. She's really funny. And I just love her. I really do. So she's always been one of my favorites. I just love her. And I need her to wake up in season 5. I need her to. Next is Mrs. Gracie. Mrs. Gracie is an okay character. We didn't see her that much. She is the teacher at Lenora Highs, or whatever the school is that Elle and Will went to. She is an okay character. I'm going to put her right behind Chrissy. I'm putting her behind Eddie. That's wrong. I'm putting her behind Vicky instead. She seems like an okay character. Nice enough, but we don't know much about her. Next is Mick. Again, I'm putting her with the other party, or the party, jeez. Collie's group, because, that whole group is just meh. Next is that girl that was flirting with Will in class. I don't know what her name is. She's okay. She doesn't really have any lines, obviously, but she is pretty. And, you know how people just clocked right away that Will was not into her. And it was actually kind of funny to see. But she is pretty. And, I wish we knew her name. But I can only put her in okay because she didn't occur at all besides that one scene. Last but not least is Officer Callahan. Officer Callahan, I'm gonna put him in the same category. Just 2 cops trying their best, and they're not really doing, like, that well at it. I mean, they're trying. Yeah. I think one of his funniest lines, Officer Callahan, was that one line in season 4 after they were done interrogating Max, and they walked outside to the parents, and he says, honestly, we shouldn't have gone with her first. She was like kind of mean. And it's true, because like Max is like kind of mean. But I think they're both kind of funny cops. And together they work together, and I feel like Hopper just like loses his shit when he works with them because they're just so kind of stupid, and they're just like, I don't know. It's really funny. So, yeah. So that was it. I that was all 100 characters. I think it was 100. I don't know. It doesn't look like 100, but it was a lot of characters. And I'm all tiered out. So, yeah, I this is my list. God tier, great, okay, mid, and bad. Something will probably change in the future as we get to the other, like the last the fifth and final season, guys. I am so excited, but I'm also so nervous because you know I'm just really nervous. So you should like make your own tier list and tag me or something so I can see how our preferences differ or how they're similar. And how would you rank your God tier and your great and your okay and your mid and your bad? Do you agree with my picks? Let me know who your top 5 favorite characters are, like this. And who do you think is going to be Endgame? Because that's a great topic that everyone seems to talk about. I know Jopper has to be Endgame. And are you Team Stancy or Team Jancy? Or are you Ronance? Or are you Rocky? Wherever she is. I don't know where Vicky is. Team Rocky. Robin and Vicky. You know? Or are you Team Doozy, Dustin and Susie? Are you Team Malevin? Are you Team Byler? Are you Team, whatever your team is, let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.